Hello guys, and hope you're doing super great. In our last example, we saw how we could create logic and we used the if and the else if statements. This time around, let's go ahead and see how we can use what is called a while loop. And a while loop allows our program to loop over and over again. So if you have a piece of code and you want that piece of code to execute over and over again with a while statement, I'll show you how to do that. So first, let's create a new Python file. So I'll go over here and click on new file, and oops, I'm in the wrong folder. I think, yeah, I'm in the right place actually. So let's call this 6. So I'll just do this, and let's just save while loop example.py and press the return key, and I'll just hide this so we can be on a fresh plate. So the syntax for the while loop, and mind you, I'm using a triple quotes so that I can, use multi-line comments. So let's write the while loop syntax. So we first begin the while loop syntax by using the while keyword. So you have to actually type in the keyword while and then a condition. And once you have that condition, you can end it with a colon like so. And then you can indent the next block of code. And let's just see an example which will make things a bit clearer. So let's say, for instance, we have a number, and that number is going to start from 0. So we're going to start counting this number from 0. So we'll say if, or let's say while number is less than, let's say 4, then we put our colon like so, and it should be a colon, not a semicolon, a colon like this. That's our condition. So next, let's go and actually specify what will happen. Let's just say print hello there. And I'm just going to save that, go to run, and run without debugging. So it actually keeps going. To stop a program that keeps repeating, press Ctrl and C on your keyboard just to execute or break that loop. Or you can just exit out, especially when you're debugging, you can exit out and just stop the program from working, or else it's going to be printing hello there forever. So we need a way to break out of that. So you can use Ctrl C to break out, or you just stop the program's execution in the console. Alright, so let's just minimize this and keep going. So to see another example, let's just comment this out. So I'll use triple quotes just to hide this block of code. And let's just save this and move on. So let's say, for instance, let's see why a while loop can actually be dangerous. So we'll actually create a small program that will let us enter our name, and then it's going to keep looping if we enter, a value for that name. So let's go ahead and see this. So first, I'm going to create a variable called name. And basically what this program is going to do is going to let you keep typing your name, and it won't actually stop doing that, which is quite annoying. So let's create a name, and let's create an empty. So let's see empty string variable. Let's make this slightly, oops, I'll just close this. So there's an empty string variable, and let's use the while loops. So I'll just say while this is not your name. So let's just say while name is not equal to your name. And remember, we have to use that column to specify that. So we're going to say print kindly enter your name, like so. And next, what we're going to do is to get that input. So let's say name is going to be equal to input, like so. And next, we're going to print out, let's say thanks for entering your name. So let's save that and let's run our program. So I'll just use Control F5 to run the program. So it's asking us to enter our names. So I'll just go here and I'll say KN, and it keeps saying that anything I type, it's just going to keep looping forever and ever. So anything I type, it's just going to keep looping, even if I type an empty string. So that's one danger of the while loop. You're actually going to you could actually get stuck in an endless loop. So, and basically the program, what this program is doing is going to set your name to an empty string, and this is such that the name is not going to be equal to your name. So this is the not operator. So if I see a not equal to, that's the not equal to. So I say not operator, and basically this changes a value from true to false and false to true. So it just inverts that value. So this condition is going to evaluate to true, and the program is going to keep running, and the execution will enter the while loop over and over and over again. So let's go ahead and see how we can stop that. So the good thing is, if you find yourself in an endless loop, you could break out or escape out of that endless loop using a break statement. Basically, once the program encounters a break statement, it's going to actually stop the execution of that program. So that's how you can get out of a while loop. So let's say using the break. So let's see how we can do that. And since a while loop always starts executing when a program evaluates the true, you can even say while, and you could just use a true value exactly. So for instance, if I have a number and I set that number to 2, if I go over here, and say while number is equal to 2, basically I'm just going to say print hi. So what this means is this is going to evaluate to true, and remember we can always use curly braces to represent that as well. So instead of using this, if you just want this to be true, all you have to do is just say while true, and then you have the body of the code right there. So it's a common practice to see while loops used with a true value. So here what we're going to do is say we're going to print please enter username. The username is one word. So after that, we're going to get whatever the input the player plays. So let's say user underscore name is going to be equal to input. So in case you don't want to use the style where you have the text input directly using the input statement. So next, we're going to say if the name you entered, which is the user name, if our username is the same thing as, let's say, your name, so let's break out of this program, and then after we've broken out of this program, let's print out, let's say thanks for entering your name, and save that. So again, let's comment this out so we don't actually have this set of program running. Cool. So if you want to use this, just make sure you get rid of these comments. You can't get rid of one and leave the other one. You get errors in your program. So make sure you get rid of both of these in case you want to actually test that out. Or you can just convert them to comments by using this, and then coming over here and using this as well. So you could just comment out that section in case you want to test out the code. So that gives you a much more cleaner thing. So basically what we're doing here is we're creating an infinite loop just right here. And then since this is a while loop, it's going to set that condition to always true. And then after that, it evaluates down and changes, meets that true value. And it will exit this program only when it meets this break statement. And that's it. So an infinite loop that will never exit is actually a programming bug. Like we had this bug here that kept printing hello and hi. You know, that's a programming bug. So let's go ahead and actually run this program. So let's run our Python file. And it says, please enter your name. I'll just say hi. It says, thanks for entering your name. Please enter your name. I say hi again. I say hi again. I say hi again. And it actually keeps looping like so. And if we want to get out of this loop, all we need to do is to do this. So we can, let's just stop that and run it again. So it says, please enter your name. I'll just raise this up so we can all see this. So if I say hi or any other value, but once I enter your name, the program is actually going to exit because the text I typed here is the text that I actually set it to recognize and break out of the loop. So let's say you can actually test this with your name. You could just say, I'll just use my code name, Mahmouz. It's the same thing that's going to run. So we can just maximize this, save it, and let's run this. This is please enter your name. So I'll just say Musa, I'll say Peter, I'll say Paul. That's not going to exit, but if I type my name, Mahmouz, and I enter that, it's going to break out of that loop because this condition here is true. So while that condition is true, break or else keep looping forever and ever. So that brings us to a very quick setup or quick tutorial for the while loop. What happens when you want to continue a while loop? For instance, if you meet a condition that's true, you can break out of it or continue when there's another condition you've said that's true. We'll use the continue statement, but see you in the next lesson where we'll talk about and practice using the continue statement. See you guys in the next lesson.